God, it's Friday, TGIF. And of course, the morning show is coming to your compliments. Courts, Domino's, Smart Electronics, The Cable, National Bank, and also the National Housing Corporation, NHC. Normally on the morning drive, we'll start off your morning with some of today's hits and yesterday's favorites, keeping your company whether you're on the go, at home, getting ready for work, or already at work. But this morning, as I have been telling you guys all this week, we're going to be starting off the morning show today with a special guest from the U.S. Embassy. I have here in the studio with me, Miss Heather Ward. Right? So at least you know who the individual is. She'll tell you a bit about herself in just a bit. So I know I told you guys just we're going to open the lines, but we're not going to do that today. Today, we're going to be sharing some information, some very important information that you guys will need to know, especially for those of you who missed the opportunity to go to, how I can put it, the one-on-one that was here, that was going on, right? So stay tuned. We're going to share all that with you. But let me give Ms. Ward, Heather, if that's okay with you,
Yes, of course.
an opportunity to introduce herself. Good morning once again.
Morning. I'm so happy to be here. We're here from Bridgetown, and I know it's been a while since we've been able to come to St. Kitts and Nevis, so we're very happy to be back.
No fault of yours, due to COVID.
Yeah, definitely due to COVID.
Yes.
But we've heard the demand, so we're happy to be here.
Well, that's good. At least we know you guys are listening.
Yeah, for sure.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, can you give us a synopsis of how the 4 days went for you?
Yeah, we met with more than 300 American citizens, and we saw other people who we just weren't able to meet with for appointments, and so we definitely are planning to come back later this year.
Okay.
But it was mostly for new passport applications for renewals. We saw a few babies for their consular reports of birth abroad, so that's American citizens born overseas.
Right.
And lots of proud parents. One of my favorite things is getting to see, because we need to see age progression photos of if we're seeing a baby's passport and now we have a 5-year-old or 7-year-old in front of us, we need to see, is this the same child?
Yes.
And so, I do actually like to get to see the baby pictures and as they're growing up.
I can tell you're glowing right now.
Yeah.
So for the individuals who missed the opportunity to go and be a part of this process, are there any opportunities for them?
Yes, of course, they can always make an appointment to come to Bridgetown, but we also have a consular agent in Antigua. And so on our website, bb.usembassy.gov, they can find information about our consular agents, make an appointment, and they can see them just like they see us to do the intake for their applications. And then our agent sends that to us in Bridgetown so we can complete the adjudication, we call it, and then send them their new passport when it gets issued from the U.S.
Are there mailing opportunities as well?
Yeah, so adults who have had a 10-year passport before can apply. Most of them can apply by mail as long as their passport expired in the last 15 years. And we also now, for those people who are eligible, they can pay online. So they don't have to send us a bank draft.
Right.
And I encourage folks to, even if you just Google U.S. Embassy Barbados and renew an adult passport, they'll find our page that has the FAQ for that.
Oh, okay.
And that gives all the directions for sending that to us. We saw a few of those folks, which make it really fast appointments for us because we don't have to take an oath. They just sign the application, and then we say, yes, we've seen their passport.
Right.
But they can do that by mail.
Okay.
And that makes it easier for them.
Indeed. I hope they take advantage of that as well.
I hope so, yeah.
So you get a fruitful time, though.
Very much so, yeah. We didn't, get to see a whole lot of the islands, which would have been nice.
Oh, stop.
But
I feel your pain.
But I want to thank the folks in Nevis at the Nevis Museum. I was excited to see the home of Alexander Hamilton. I'm a big Hamilton fan, and so it was fun to get to do our appointments from the museum there.
Nice.
And they were very helpful to us, and it was nice to see our U.S. citizens there. Okay. And then the folks at the Marriott, too, have been very helpful making photocopies and things for us. So I want to say thanks. And I did get to see the pelicans, which I thought was very cool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I like to go out on the beach in the morning and watch them fishing before we started our appointments.
So you really love history. You gave me some goosebumps when you mentioned Alexander.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, I have my bachelor's and my master's degrees in history, and so I'm a big history fan. And having been in Barbados for a few months now and now getting to visit here, I definitely need to do some homework on the connections between the U.S. and Caribbean nations, because it's sad in many ways, but also very fascinating.
Yeah, the names also make me, think that there's some sort of connections, especially when you look at last names.
Yeah. We were, it's fun to see the names as we see passports coming in. You get a feeling for the pattern. The common last names. And so I don't think I saw any wards this week, but
well, I know they're listening.
That's right.
I know they're listening. Probably can. I wonder if we related.
That's what I wonder.
Outside of that, though, any challenges? Any challenges you had at the?
It's just we felt bad for the folks who came in and maybe had a bank draft for the wrong amount of money, and so we just want to make sure that they know that different applications require different amounts of money, and that they make sure they know what they need. We did have to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, we can't accept this bank draft, but please go back to the bank and come back." And we're able to then take in their applications.
Right.
And then some folks didn't have photocopies of the different documents, so we just want to make sure they know we need the photocopy of if it's a child's renewal passport or new passport, we need the copy of the child's passport, the parents' IDs, the birth certificate. It's nice to have a copy of their Social Security card, but those other three things are the most important.
And that applies if they're going to do it in Antigua or mainland as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
So, requirements, check. Opportunities for people to go to Antigua, Bridgestone, and Martinique if they choose to do so.
Yeah, we have a consular agent in Martinique too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you're making plans to come out back to St. Kitts?
Yeah, we hope to come back later this year. Like I said, we definitely heard high demand. We had to turn away people, which I know was frustrating for them, and it was hard for us to do too, because, we're here to help. That's what we want to.
In terms of getting the word out, though, I mean, how would you go about that next time?
Well, that's a good point. So anybody who wants to be the first to hear about the visit should sign up on our Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. That's STEP, STEP, .state.gov. And that's where we also send out security. If there's a major storm coming, we might send out a notification to folks, but it's also a way where they will hear our announcements about our island visits.
Yeah, because that's my concern. I know you say you're coming back, but how would we know? And in this age, people are so malicious. You might see something going on social media, then you're wondering, I wonder if it's true. And then by the time you find out if it's true, you don't have the opportunity to go and visit, So let's just make sure I wanted that out there.
For sure. And we saw, we sent that out, but we also know by word of mouth is how most people heard about the visit. And so we want to make sure they have the accurate information. They have it as soon as possible. We had planned to put out a press release, but day one, the appointments filled up.
Wow.
So
day one. Yeah,
it was very quick. So again, that also gave us a heads up how much people wanted us to come.
Yeah. So something to take note of, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I think we covered it nicely. Unless you want to add anything else, we look at the possible opportunities for people who missed the opportunity that you had for the past 4 days, mainland and Antigua, Barbados, and Martinique. We also made mention of the requirements. Make sure they understand that. If you like, you can reiterate that once again for the individuals, so that at least they know when they come in, they don't come with the wrong amount and miss an important document that's needed. Right.
Yeah. So if you're coming for either going to Antigua, Martinique, coming to us, please bring, particularly on our island visits and with our agents, please bring a copy of your child's passport, a copy of their birth certificate, a copy of the parents' IDs. If one of the parents can't be there, there's a form that we need to have notarized by that other parent to say that the single parent has permission. And so you can find that on our website. People can also write us at barbados.ac. I'm sorry. What's the Bridgetown ACS at state.gov.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I just, I'm not so much here to talk about visas because we are here for American Citizen Services, but I would like people to know who are applying for visas. We know it's a challenge to come and visit us in Bridgetown. Unfortunately, that's what they need to do. But we've got our visa appointment wait times down. Right now, there's a single business day wait time to get an appointment. You know, it varies day to day. But I think last week it was an 8-day wait. But the wait time is much shorter now, so you can plan ahead and come to visit us in Bridgetown. And many people might be eligible to have an interview waiver. So if they've had a regular 10-year visa before this, they should check out our website for interview waivers and find out if they can just renew by mail.
Okay, right. And that's for individuals who have never had a visa before. Well, who had a visa before.
Who had a visa before. A
right.
regular length visa.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That was nice and short, Heather.
Oh.
Yeah. I hope you get to thank everyone. I don't want you to I know you have your thank you list. You want to go over your thank you list again?
Yes, please. Yeah, I would like to thank the museum in Nevis again for all of their help. It was a great location. They were very welcoming to us. And it was nice to sit at the little cafe there and have lunch and then get back to our appointments. And then also to the folks at the Marriott who were helping making photocopies and making sure that...
Oh, wow. Their assistant. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
When folks came in and weren't able to, didn't have quite all their documents, they could go and the Marriott, folks at the Marriott made copies for them. And so it was very helpful to us and made it so those folks didn't have to go away somewhere else.
Yeah, well, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
and thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
thanks for letting me come and visit.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, man. At least all listeners get an opportunity to get some more information as it relates to, how they can apply and get themselves sorted out. I know some of them are very disappointed now. They probably was hoping that you would say you're going to stay for another couple of days.
Which we would love to do if we could,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But at least they know now. There are mailing opportunities, and they can visit Antigua, Martinique, or Bridgetown to get themselves sorted out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And now we have to go home and start working on these applications to get them
yes,
to get them in process so we can
yes.
get those passports out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you once again for being here.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
most
you.
welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, it's now 19 minutes moving away from the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's get into the morning drive, and I want to start your morning with this one. For those of you who just turned on your radio, I had in the studio with me, well, she's still here, as a matter of fact. You can hear her voice chuckling in the background. Miss Heather Ward from the U.S. Embassy. Just letting you guys know about the opportunities that are still available for you. And don't be downhearted, Don't be downhearted. Brighter days are still ahead.
I know.